According to Hagrid, poor old Hufflepuff have always had a bit of a reputation as a lot of duffers. Strong words, but why does this Hogwarts house always draw the short straw? Coming up next. Hufflepuffs are thought of as the leftovers, which they are certainly not. Hogwarts is just as lucky to have Hufflepuffs as they are to have any other house, including you, Gryffindor. Here are the top reasons why it's great to be a Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff has produced many talented wizards, from Triwizard champions. Hufflepuff Triwizard champion Cedric Diggory showed great promise before dying a tragic and unexpected death, that is. He was a bit of a Hogwarts heartthrob. Girls swooned in his wake. He was both captain and seeker of his Quidditch team, a diligent prefect to boot. He even helped Harry solve the riddle of the second task, so he had a strong sense of fair play and sportsmanship. Which of course would be true of any true Hufflepuff. Two talented magic zoologists. Newt Scamander, renowned magic zoologist and author of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, also hailed from Hufflepuff, hardly surprising. After working in the Ministry of Magic, the keen magical creature expert travelled the world to write one of the most famous books in wizarding history. Boy, what an underachiever. Contrary to popular belief, badgers are not weak. In fact, they are quite fierce creatures. Have you ever seen a honey badger in action? Badgers are built with claws that are as strong as steel, so they can move yards of dirt in mere minutes. Just like the Hufflepuff house they represent, badgers are extremely underrated creatures. On top of being very, very cute as babies, the honey badger is kind of internet famous for just doing what it wants, which includes murdering venomous snakes, so watch out, self-proclaimed Slytherins. They can easily take down snakes and other large prey with their fangs and fierceness. Honey badger don't care. Hufflepuff showed up at the Battle of Hogwarts, unlike those Weasley Slytherins who felt the need to escape. Innately brave Gryffindors may have duelled with more Death Eaters, but little known fact, Hufflepuffs had the second highest number of students willing to fight. One often forgotten and very admirable Hufflepuff trait is that they're fiercely loyal, which comes in handy if Death Eaters ever storm your castle. Not that I'd wish that on anyone. Hufflepuff is J.K. Rowling's favourite house. In fact, she wishes that she was a Hufflepuff. But unfortunately for her, she's a Gryffindor. In an interview, J.K. Rowling stated that in many, many ways, Hufflepuff is my favourite house. And then she went on to explain why.
There comes a point in the final book where each house has the choice whether or not to rise to a certain challenge. The Slytherins, for reasons that are understandable, decide they'd rather not play. The Ravenclaws, some decide they will, some decide they won't. The Hufflepuffs, virtually to a person, stay, as do the Gryffindors. Now, the Gryffindors comprise a lot of foolhardy and show-offy people. That's just the way it is. I'm a Gryffindor, I'm allowed to say it. The Hufflepuffs stayed for a different reason. They weren't trying to show off. They weren't being reckless. That's the essence of Hufflepuff House.
There are heaps of awesome Hufflepuffs. Just look at the extensive list. You have Helga Hufflepuff, founder of Hogwarts, Bridget Wenlock, Invisible Ink mathematician, Newt Scamander, author of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Pomona Sprout, head of Hufflepuff, Nymphadora Tonks, Order of the Phoenix member and just all-around badass, and Cedric Diggory, a true Hufflepuff and one of the Triwizard champions. Face it, you can't even name one Hufflepuff bad guy. Not only that, but John Green and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson are Hufflepuffs. Now you can't beat that. Come on, The Rock. Many Hufflepuffs actually decide not to go into the other houses. Hufflepuffs are intelligent, cunning, and courageous, but that's not what we think is important. Hufflepuffs believe that loyalty, honesty and being true to yourself are more important than any of the other traits. And of course there's the fact that Hufflepuff has produced the least amount of dark wizards. I dare you to name even one dark wizard that was from Hufflepuff. Although Hufflepuff is not exactly known for its glorious victories in the Hogwarts House Cup, it gets points for not producing that many evil wizards, Death Eaters and Lord Voldemort types. In fact, the most evil deed we can remember a Hufflepuff ever doing was Ernie Macmillan, wearing a Potter Stinks badge. Ouch. And finally, Hufflepuff espouses the best message of any Hogwarts house. Thanks to the kindness and acceptance of Hogwarts founder Helga Hufflepuff, this house is famous for accepting everyone. Compared to Salazar Slytherin's pure blood's only ethos, Helga's house is a breath of fresh air, and for this wonderful reason, Hufflepuff should be applauded.